Hello again my friends, Bungie's latest weekly update continues to tease us with tantalising tidbits of info. Highlights include the tactics Fireteams will need to use to survive against Destiny's deadliest enemies, and we also get our first ever glimpse of an unmasked Exo Warlock. That's right my friends, it's time once again to talk about Destiny. The first question from the mail sack is from Tactica, who asks, if there is one safe city, are there other unsafe cities to be found? And here's how Deej responds, oh yes indeed, some of them are buried under sand. Others of them are choked with jungle. A few of them are not even of our own creation. All of them are hostile environments. The next question is from Death Incarnate, who asks, with the release of the GDC video, we have finally got some insight into how you guys are putting things together in Destiny. To what degree will we fans have access to this level of customization? And here's how Deej responds. Some of what you saw in Scott Shepherd's presentation were developer tools, but we are crafting a wealth of armor that you can mix and match to create a Guardian in your own image. Scott stayed focused primarily on race, class and gear, but there are many other avenues you'll have in Destiny to alter the way you look. It will be very hard to run out of options for making your hero a unique snowflake. And guys, just so you know, I've already made a GDC highlights video, well worth a look if you haven't already done so. You can watch it by clicking the link in the description box below. The next question is from Master Elite 3, who asks, has Bungie had any difficulty walking the fine line between giving awesome-tacular loot that makes a player feel more powerful and keeping that power balanced? And here's how Deej responds. What you're describing is something that's very important to us. We do want to make you feel awesome. If you follow the path of your Guardian, you will. What we also want to do is make sure that your friends can join you on that path, no matter where they find themselves on their own personal journey. The way we accomplish that is with math, and you never want your community manager to explain those things. We'll let the smart guys speak for themselves someday when they're not so busy. The next question is from Aristotle, who asks, you're in a dark hallway fighting through a bunch of fallen dregs with your fire team. You make a wrong turn into a room with twice as many dregs, a captain and some shanks buzzing around. You're alone and in trouble. What's your move with each class? And here's how Deej responds. Let's say for the sake of exploration that your scenario is something that happens quite often in the rusty ruins of old Russia. Our advice would be to save your lights for when you really need it. This will be hard. Letting slip the energy of the Traveller like a dog of war is among the most exciting moments you'll have in the Destiny sandbox. When you find yourself outnumbered and separated from the herd of your fire team, you want to reach for that brilliant method of last resort. If you have no lights at the ready, some heavy ammo might just get you through. In the event that you kick the hornet's nest after a heavy weapon shooting spree, you can always pull the weapon that you do have loaded, or start throwing punches and hope for the best. Even if you survive, you'll probably just alert some nearby hive. There are many ways to kick alien ass in Destiny. Our hope is that your favourite move will change from moment to moment. The next question is from Brown Toilet, who asks, if I cancel my pre-order and then pre-order Destiny on a different console, will I have to re-sign up for the beta? And here's how Deej responds. There's no need to cancel anything unless you really want to. None of the decisions you've made are final. Your retailer will be happy to adjust your pre-order in any way that you like. The beta code that you hold in your hand will work on any console you choose, even if you've already redeemed it. You'll make those decisions right here on Bungie.net, and you'll make them soon. Now, I still get numerous questions every day asking me what a beta code is and how you can redeem it. I'm also asked about trading card codes and how these can be redeemed. Well my friends, I've answered all these questions in a previous video. I suggest clicking the link in the description box below, which will take you to that particular video. And it's worth noting too that Deej says our ability to choose which console we play Destiny's beta on is a decision we'll be making soon, which seems to indicate that a beta launch date announcement is on the way. Effing hurrah! And finally, this question from EXP Bounty Hunter, who asks, during the beta, will Bungie employees simply sit back and watch us play, or will they join in the fray? And here's how Deej responds. When it comes to our game, we rarely sit back and watch. We're coming for you. I know that the testers who beat the crap out of our design team would love to spring a pop quiz on you all before you adapt to their bag of tricks. That will be a sight to see. Now, in the weekly update, Deej also reveals some insightful tactics and advice that Guardians will find useful when working as part of a fire team. Here's the first piece of advice. Every member of a Fireteam is important. Of all the firepower you'll bring with you from the tower, the Guardians by your side will be your finest weapons. I've seen heroes rescue each other from certain oblivion more times than I can count. There are no tourists in the world of Destiny. Every player of this game changes the action, be they hardcore or brand new to the triggers. Here's the second piece of advice. The Fireteam that fights together thrives together. There is a big difference between playing with someone and simply playing near them. When Fireteams work as a real team, they profit. Their abilities complement each other. Their bravery enhances each other. If you can stay close to your Fireteam, you'll be pretty deadly when you find yourselves backed into the same corner. Here's the third piece of advice. You must sometimes divide to conquer. While it makes sense to combine your forces, you won't always want to stand right next to each other. Many of your opponents won't go down with one shot or even one reload. You want to goad them into fighting a two-front war. Take turns drawing their fire while your ally delivers the pain. It's like that old saying, sometimes teamwork is just giving them more people to shoot at. Now, the fourth piece of advice is for those Guardians who intend to play Lone Wolf, and here it is. Even the Lone Wolf can strengthen the pack. Not everyone wants to keep the company of a Fireteam. If you're that guy or gal, you're welcome to keep to yourself. I've seen but never met enigmatic snipers camped on the ridge that overlooks a skirmish. Their well-placed shots have saved lives. Without so much as a wave, they've mounted up and sped off before we could so much as thank them. So then, it's clear that working as part of a Fireteam has many advantages, but Destiny will never force you to play as part of a team if you don't want to. Lone Wolves have their place in Destiny's universe too. Personally, I intend to experience the best of both worlds, fighting alongside my trusted Fireteam in the depths of Hellmouth during the night, and sitting atop a canyon in old Russia with only my sniper rifle to keep me company as the sun begins to rise. Now, it's also worth mentioning that Deej refers to light 3 times in the mail sack. So what is light in the context of Destiny's universe? Well, light is the powerful energy bestowed upon each Guardian by the Traveller. Light is what allows our Guardians to unleash their devastating supers. For example, the Warlock's Nova Bomb, the Titan's Fist of Havoc, and the Hunter's Arc Blade. And it makes perfect sense that the Traveller's energy is called light. Let me explain why. Now, no one knows exactly what the Traveller is or where it came from. We don't know whether the Traveller is a ship or a god or a moon or some other celestial body, but we know that when this thing arrived in our solar system, it began to share its amazing technology with us, and it kickstarted what we now call the Golden Age. Human lifespan tripled. We learned how to terraform planets, and as a result, the human civilization spread throughout the entire solar system. It was the best time humanity had ever seen, but the Traveller had enemies. And one enemy in particular, the darkness. And when the darkness caught up with the Traveller on Earth, having chased it for millennia across the galaxy, a terrible battle ensued. A battle that resulted in what is now called the Collapse. The solar system you'll explore in Destiny is one where humanity has spread to all planets, all moons, and every asteroid belt in our solar system. But this period of peace and prosperity didn't last. We had to abandon the colonies and settlements we had built when the darkness arrived. This malevolent force of evil drove us out and mercilessly slaughtered us. The Traveller itself was crippled and fell silent above the earth. And here, below this cracked white sphere, is where humanity retreated to the last safe city in the solar system. And it's from here where the Guardians were born, their quest to drive back the darkness and wake the Traveller. But the darkness is returning once again, and if it can't be stopped this time, there is no hope for humanity. As a Guardian of the last safe city, it is your sworn duty to stop this happening at all costs. So then, the Traveller has become an iconic symbol of hope. It shields humanity from total annihilation and bestows our Guardians with light, a powerful energy that can be harnessed and unleashed to devastating effect in the form of supers. The darkness is the polar opposite, the antithesis of the Traveller, a force of evil hell-bent on wiping out humanity, and it seems as though the only way to fight the darkness is with light. And finally, Bungie also posted this in-game screenshot of an Exo Warlock. It's the first time we've seen one of these sentient robots unmasked. Now, I speak about this image in detail in my previous video, so I'll just say this. Look at those eyes, those menacing glowing eyes. Proof that not every Guardian in Destiny will conform to the archetypal hero. If you want a badass robot space pimp capable of striking fear into the heart of every fallen soldier, well, here he is. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If we can get to 4,000 likes, that would be amazing. Subscribe for more Destiny news, and thanks for watching, you beautiful bastards. Here comes that mother chuff of a boom. Hello again my friends, really glad to see you made it beyond the boom. Now I'd like to take you guys through a few of the things I spoke about earlier in this video. First up, the beta. If you click the image of the on-screen Titan, you'll be taken to a video in which I explain everything you need to know about the beta. But let me cover the basics here. In order to guarantee your place on the beta, you can pre-order Destiny from participating retailers. Once you have the code, redeem it from Bungie's site. Your beta code will work on any console you choose. Bungie will let us all know when that time comes, and apparently it's coming soon. Now, like I said before, if you want all this info explained in more detail with lovely pictures to go with it, click the on-screen Titan. I also guide you through how to redeem trading card codes. Next up, Bungie's GDC presentation. If you click the on-screen Warlock, it will take you to my GDC highlights video. Well worth the watch if you're curious about Destiny's player customization. And finally, click the on-screen Hunter to visit my second channel. I upload on a regular basis. If you enjoy my Destiny content, there's a good chance you'll enjoy the stuff I upload. And while you're there, feel free to subscribe. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile phone and you can't click the on-screen images, fret not my friends. You can find links to all these videos in the description box below. You'll also find links to all my social media too, including Twitter, Twitch and Facebook. In the lead up to E3, you can be sure that Bungie has a few tricks up its sleeve. So if you don't want to miss a single scrap of info, make sure you're following me in as many places as you can. Now, I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank a few people. Firstly, I'd like to thank Deej, Bungie's community manager, for his weekly updates. Some of you guys may not know, but Deej is the person who answers your questions in the mail sack. Without his weekly updates, I'd have very little info to talk about. So thanks for keeping us in the loop, Deej. I'd also like to thank all you guys for your continued support. You've helped this channel grow so much these past few months. Every time you interact with one of my videos by liking, commenting and sharing, you help this channel grow and allow me to spend more time making these videos for you. Thank you all so much. And I'd also like to thank one subscriber in particular, R. Goodwin, who I always see in the comment sections of my videos helping to answer all the questions that you guys leave. Mr. R. Goodwin, I just want you to know that I really appreciate your efforts, and it just goes to show what a lovely bunch of people the Destiny community all are. Thanks, R. Goodwin, your awesomeness has not gone unnoticed. And one last thing before I go, I've hidden a beta access code in this video. If you want to redeem it, you'll need to be lightning quick as these things go super fast. Good luck, and as always, until next time, Guardians.